suppose like as you know, this is a data warehousing platform, right? And this is having a more solution basis product where we have. Okay, in this data warehousing we have two streams, ETL and then reporting. Okay, and do you have any idea on database by chance?
Not really. I have worked on databases with a little bit of SQL queries, but not much. Yeah, not really.
Yeah, that's fine. At least you know some queries at least, right? Yeah. So this part, like data warehousing is a database actually. So which is a database which stores the current data plus historical data. So normally when you go for any of the transactional databases, right? So it would be having only the current data. Okay. It would have only current data. But whenever you see data warehousing databases, they will be having the historical data as well, along with the current data. So that's what like why we require this warehouse. Okay, what is the purpose of this data warehouse to be maintained, and why these ETL tools and reporting tools are required for the client, okay, for the business people. Okay, so in front of like business, whatever business is running in across multiple locations of my cities in US or UK. Okay, I want to know the brief about my products, how they are selling in different cities, suppose say. Okay, I just want to know the brief count of the customers or count of the number, how many number it's been sold on this particular day or per week or per monthly basis, right? So it could be of my choice, like how my functionality, my products are selling it, right? So that way, like I would be like to know the data in the form of reports. Okay, so it should be something like at any point of time by seeing the reports, I should be analyzed. I should be able to analyze the data, my business according to the data which is shown on the reports. Okay, so that I can make some decisions on the products which sold or not. Okay, and what is my future plans on this business, and what are the benefits I am getting. Okay, everything I will be calculated using the reports.
Right.
Okay, so this way, like my warehouse will be helpful for me in all the way, where it will be reports would be like my optional way, where I would be like to see it actually. So in that way, I need the data to be available. Okay, so it should be something like I need the past data which is 3 years back. So the data warehouse should able to show that data to you. For 3 years back, how my data is looks like, right? So that kind of nature of data maintenance will be happen in the warehouse. So right. So while you are loading into data warehouse and when you are fetching the data from this data warehouse to reports, okay, the business people is expecting the data in different formats, right? In different ways, as a summarized data. So in case of summarize, it is something like a grouping and then showing the records a single value instead of all the records, right? So detailed level of information is with respect to transactional database, whereas it is summarized report where it is I'm interested to see it, that is the warehouse. Okay, so here to convert the data coming from different formats of data, suppose say my data which is coming from the systems, okay, I maintain in different formats. Suppose say some of the systems are maintained with flat files, some of them are with DB2, some are with database, XML, Excel sheets, anything it could be. All the way it is converted into a data warehouse, finally through ETL team. Okay, so when you see okay, so when you see there is a ETL team which will be responsible to load my data warehouse. And when I say it's a data warehouse, it's a database simply, it's an Oracle or Teradata database. And the reporting team will be available after my warehouse. Okay, at end, the end user will be available. Okay, so ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. So this under this ETL, we have now n number of tools. Like for example, we have Informatica, DataStage, Abinitio, Oracle Warehouse Builder. So among all the ETL tools, this Abinitio will play the major role of performance with respect to other tools. Okay, so this is the topmost ETL tool where you can see, and there will be like which is a rare skill technologies, which is mostly used. Okay, so under this we have different clients for this technology, like we have banking systems, telephone systems, right? Like product based like healthcare systems and insurance companies. Okay, so some are financial sectors among these, like banking and insurance, and some are like non-financial. Okay, so whatever things you are achieving through any of the ETL team, it is same. Okay, even though in Informatica or DataShare or Abinitio, it is the same output, but the thing is like performance will play the major role in the Abinitio. Okay, and the features which we have in this Abinitio will not be comparable with the other tools. Ashwini, any queries? No?
No, so far so good.
Okay, fine. So here itself, extraction process is something fetching the data from the different source systems, and then I will convert that data into some flat file format. Okay, so through extraction, so that is output file is some flat file format. That output file will be maintained with the naming convention, some clean file. Okay, which will be having the pattern of star underscore cln.dat. So flat files are simply like a notepad files, which is having the data for each and every field of the file separated by some delimiter. Okay, so here I convert everything, any kind of data I fetch it from the source system, I convert it into a flat file format in the extraction level, and next going to the transformation level, this flat file would be utilized as an input. Okay, so this is my input on the next layer, right? So that means whenever you see any graph, you would understand more better. Okay, so this is the GD, which is Abinitio, we go. Okay, Abinitio front-end tool, where we will be utilizing to create a graphs. Okay, so these are the some different components we will be having, and you will fetch this components into my canvas. This is the workspace where you could see the gray color, and you will be developing some graphs. Okay, so what is a graph you could see here? Okay, so this is a graph actually completely. So this is your input, that is my source, and this is my outputs. These are my outputs, which are nothing but targets. And in between, whatever you are seeing, all these are including input and output, and along these boxes, wherever you see, these are called as components. Okay, so components are something you want to do some task in the perform some task on the data. So doing some sorting operation, filtering operation, some writing business rules or business requirements, right? Everything can be achieved by each and every component with respect to their functionalities. Okay, so this completely, the picture of collection of components is called a graph. Okay, so a graph will be having a source, a target, and we have a program components in between. Okay, so this is something like you are doing by the extraction process. That means you'll use some components to do some extraction. Extraction will include validations of the data files, validation of the data with null values or not, okay, with the defined values or not, and I will check some something which is the business technical validations, which are provided by the business people. So once you've done some technical validation, the data which is coming from the source system, it would be a clean data